Hello, CraftingMantis here, and welcome back to another episode of Modern Skyblock 3. So I am super excited to show you guys some things that I've done off camera. First and foremost, I want to let you guys know that I did complete the two quests that I said that I was going to, and that is in better storage, so the Enderlink chest and the Ender tank. And then at some point, once I start getting more resources, I will finish these up. That way we can go ahead and consider it better storage done. So, and then I've got both of those over here. Now, out here, I ended up, these were the original ones that were in the Hopping Bonsai, and I traded it out for the orange, a maple, and a paper bark. That way I can end up getting more stuff. And one of the things that I realized with this, with the produce that is coming out of here, like the apples and the peaches and the oranges and all of that, I could actually make the plant matter. So, I have been making some progress on the outside, which is absolutely fantastic. We have actually made it all the way around this corner. And we've actually made it almost all the way to the end over here, which is fantastic. Now, I had to shut this water off. With the Guardians spawning in, they were aggressive mobs, and so they were affecting my mob cap. Which wasn't a good thing because I built a new mob farm. And it is an automated one. Granted, it is a little too good because I had to shut it off. I hooked up the mob farm to a colossal chest. The copper one that I had in, extra, since I ended up using the iron one up there. I put this one down here in order to collect all the drops. And it is filling up rapidly. I mean, I filled up about half of it, and this is just in the time it took me in order to set things up for today's episode. So with that, and then the stuff from the bag opener, it is definitely highly effective. Now, I had placed the diamond spikes down, and mobs started coming through. And they were dying, but the hoppers underneath weren't picking it up. And I was very confused because I thought the hoppers would pick up the stuff that was on top of the diamond spikes. That is not the case. So I remembered, hey, vacuum chest. That would be fantastic if I put one here. If I put like right in this section, put a vacuum chest, it could suck everything up. Then I can suck everything out of the vacuum chest and into storage. Well, that requires Ender IO. And Ender IO is actually considered to be endgame. So all of this stuff right here, I can't get to yet. And there is a lot of stats between here and there. So what I did is I used the trick. Oop, don't fall in there. I used the trick where you end up placing, I placed a rail on top of the hopper. And then I placed a spike on top of the rail, so it ended up sitting on this one. And then I placed a piston here, and then placed the minecart and pushed it down, then pushed the diamond spike into the minecart. Granted, it took me quite some time to try to get this done because these did not want to cooperate. They were going this way and that way and all of that, which wasn't really good. But up here, up here, we have vector plates. And this is a reason why the mob farm was so effective. This is a 9x9 area, so 81 vector plates. And then if you're crafting this yourself, you'll end up having, I think it's 7 extra vector plates. So if, like me, you have a tendency to break things and then things fall into the void and you lose them, you'll have some extra in order to replace the ones that you lose. So basically what I did is, so like these mobs, they're all being pushed this way. And then it starts on this side to start pushing them towards the center and then into the actual diamond spikes, trying not to fall on them myself. So they all spawn in here, they end up falling down, and with the diamond spikes, you get the player only drops as well, which is the reason why there was so many loot bags. Granted, I have been absolutely flabbergasted with the amount of stuff that I have been getting from this. I've actually had enough blaze powder. Oh, no, enough gunpowder and then to make blaze powder in order to grind out a whole bunch of metals and stuff. And we'll actually go up here and I'll show you guys that before we start getting into the actual quests for today. So definitely super happy about all of this. Granted, I'm going to end up probably having to grind out some more metals because I need to set something up, and then I need to set up some kind of void so that I can get rid of the stuff that I don't want to keep. It's just like this one over here with the trees and stuff. I have so many sticks. I don't even think I'll be able to use all of these sticks. It is just absolutely insane the amount that I have in here. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get storage set up so that we're not having to worry about that. Oh, and then the other thing that I was doing over here, oh, those completely disappeared. They usually turn into the dead bushes, but maybe not on the because with the mob farm, I was able to get a whole bunch of the overgrowth seeds, and that's what these are. These were originally grass blocks, and you place the overgrowth, and what happens is that any flower that is placed on top of it will actually produce twice as much mana, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and grab out the wand of the forest because I'm hoping, yeah, it doesn't look like we have a whole bunch, but I think we have enough to actually accomplish what I am planning on doing today. So in order to unlock some of the things in the magic area, we need to get the mana items up and running. So let's go ahead and we're going to pop in all of our tools. And then we are going to pop these in our inventory. These are all the items that you can convert with mana. Or at least that's what the the book says. So if I remember correctly, yep, you just throw them in. And then, so we've got the mana pearl, mana powder. This should be a mana string, mana infused string. And then mana diamond. This should be mana quartz and mana glass. And that should, yep, that completes our mana items, which will unlock if we go to Mystical Flora. So that unlocks a runic altar, which will then unlock a lot of these other things. And then we can also do the personal mana storage. Ooh, and we get the Callus and Living with Avatar. Ooh. Okay, so, but those are going to be left for another day. I just wanted to get that unlocked so I could start planning out some of the things, because I knew as soon as we did that, then it would unlock some of the things that we need. So let's go ahead and gather this stuff up. Oh, not that one. If we gather this stuff up, and then let's go ahead and do this one, and this one, and this one. And then I think, yeah, that gets into the basic items. Okay. So the main thing that I want to do today is I want to get set up in terms of the kitchen, because that is going to make it a lot easier to try to accomplish the, 50 foods. And so that is one of the things that I have in here with all this, all this wonderful stuff. Now, the first thing that we are going to want to do is we're going to take this cooking for blockheads. And if we go to uses, we can do the cooking for blockheads too, which is required. Let's make sure that it registers that. Let's see, a master chef. Okay, so it did register that. So then if we come here and we go uses, now we can do our cooking table, which will allow us to pretty much, because if we come over here and let's just pop it down here for right now. If we go in here, it'll tell us exactly what we can end up making with what we have in our inventory, or the inventories of the items next to it, which is one of the things that we want to get done. So if we go to counter, or actually, before we do that, let's do this in order. Let's make sure okay, so it did unlock, is it just one counter? Ooh, I didn't grab the stuff for the fridges. Okay, well, let's do the stove, and then we'll check out what it needs. Okay. What is it called? Is it not a stove? Oven. It is. Oh, and a toaster. Okay, so there's some things that I wasn't quite aware of. All right, well, I know 100% that I have this stuff. So let's go ahead and do, if I can spell it right, sink. Here we go. We have 1 sink, and now we want to make, oh, and we get the bucket back. Awesome. I've wasted so much iron on making buckets. So we want to make a milk jar. And then what we want to do with this, we want to take this milk jar. Come over here. I've already trapped a cow over here, and I'm hoping that I can place this. It's not going to allow me to place it. Dang it. Okay, so we're going to have to let the cow out and then place it and then get the cow in. Let's see. We need this. So let's do this, and then I'm going to need to grab 1 thing of wheat to attract the cow. Sounds so wrong. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and get the cow out. And then let's pop that one. And let's get the cow out. Pop that in. F button's not working. Okay, that'll work. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is pop the milk bottle there. Want to do that. And then hopefully this guy will follow us. Because we need him in... We need him in here. Alright. You, little Mr. Cow. Oh, can I? Oh, I forgot I have jump boost too. So, come on, get in the hole. Get in the hole. Thank you. All right, and then what we do is we take this wonderful anvil and we drop it on his head. And now we have a cow in a jar. All right, there we go. And so what this will do is it will fill up periodically with milk, and so we'll be able to get as much milk as we want from that. So let's go ahead and pop this one up because we don't want that there. And then we are going to set up the kitchen someplace else. So let's go ahead and pop these guys up here. So that did, let's see, we need the oven. So let's go ahead and make the oven, and then we'll find out what the toaster needs. I should have everything we need for the toaster. So we come over here, pop this. All right, we got the oven. Now let's find out what the toaster needs. Toaster. Oh, it needs a lava bucket. Lava bucket. Easy enough solved. Okay, so we got 4 of those. We go like that. Go like that. And then we'll come over here, and then we'll gather up the rest of the supplies as this is cooking. So throw that in. And then it needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Okay, how do we make the trapdoors? Is that, yes, there. That is a trapdoor. And then we needed a stone button. Do I have stone? That is a good question. And this inventory stuff is driving me nuts. I have stuff everywhere, and it is, I can't find anything. All right, I know 100% I have stone this way. So let's grab 1 stone to make a stone button, and then let's go grab that lava, and then we can try to get this done, because I really, really want to get the kitchen up and running this episode. All right, so we got a lava bucket. Let's see if we got everything in order to make the toaster. Toaster, add, yes, we have a toaster. Right, shkidda-ba-ding, ba-ding. Awesome. All right, now the other thing we needed to do was a fridge. And we needed 2 of these. So it's an iron door plus 2 chests. Wood. Do I have, okay, I have wood. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and only registered 4. Do I not? Nope, I only have nuggets. All right. There we go. As you can see, I've been doing a lot of stuff with metals, trying to get everything going. All right, so let's go ahead, and we need to make, all right, so that makes 3. And then let's go ahead and make 2 chests. There we go. So 2 chests. And then we get that. Oh, we don't need, there. Okay, so we only need 2. There we go. So we should get a bidding for that. Maybe. Did I miss something? I might have missed something. All right, so that one's done. Storing it. Oh, I didn't do the kitchen counter. Oh, my goodness. All right. Mantis needs to remember how to do things. Okay, here we go. So kitchen counter. Now we should get the bidding. There we go. All right, now with the corned beef breakfast and the thankful dinner, I will probably do those off camera because they are seriously there's a lot to them. But we'll there's a lot of different steps. So we can go ahead and do the tool rack. I think we only need to do we only need to do one of those? Tool rack and spice rack. So let's go ahead and search spice rack. I had forgot that that was another thing. So let's go ahead and add that. We've got a spice rack and fitting. There we go. Fantastic. So we got that. And then do we have that and that? Okay. We are definitely cooking with fire. All right, so let's go ahead and grab all this stuff. Grab this stuff. Grab this. This one can get popped in there because we don't need it anymore. Did I grab everything in here? Yes, I did. Okay. So next step is going to be we need to do the ground trap and the water trap. So with these, we will be able to get things that we normally wouldn't be able to. Because like with a ground trap, I can actually get turkey, which I haven't been able to get yet. Not 100% sure what the water trap will end up giving us. But that will, still give us resources and stuff that we don't normally get. Because like right now, the only mobs I have cows, pigs, sheep, chickens, and that's it. I don't have any other kind of mobs. Okay, what is that? There's a green dot on my journey map. I don't know what that is. Weird. Really weird. Okay. Alright, back to doing quests. So we got those done. Alright, applesauce. Let's see, I know we're going to need this one. I know we are going... Well, let's just go ahead and grab all of these. We might need all of these. Alright, let's go... Oh, back here. And apparently my inventory is full. Great. Alright. Fridge. Okay, we don't need the fridge, but we do want to grab the cooking table. Unless there are pickaxe in there. There we go. Alright, so let's bring this over here. I think I'm going to set the kitchen up over here, since this is where most of our food is anyways. Let's see, where's the quest book? There's a quest book. So one of the things that we need to do is the basic ingredients. So fresh water is easy enough. Fresh water, you basically, just like that. Voila. Fresh water, done. If it'll register it. Yes. There it goes. Okay. Now with, let's see, I think it's a saucepan and fresh water for salt. No? There we go. Okay, salt. So now we have salt. And maybe? Okay. Fresh milk. I like this in the fact that you get 4 fresh milk from 1 bucket, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and put this over here. So we've got the fresh milk. Now we need to make butter. So in order to make butter, butter. Okay, we need, so the heavy cream is the milk and a mixing bowl. So we've got this, and we get heavy cream. And then with the heavy cream and salt, and is it the saucepan? There we go. We've got butter. Awesome. Okay. So we are definitely moving forward. Now with cheese, how do we make cheese? And there's definitely plenty of choices for that. So milk and salt, which we don't have. So let's go ahead and drop some of this stuff off. And let's see, like that. Oh my goodness, we are definitely running out of room in here. I don't think we are going to need this, so let's pop that there. And then I'm definitely apologize because I've already noticed that we are definitely getting a bit long on this episode. Yeah, so it looks like they just disappear instead of turning into the bushes on that ground. But that's all right. All right, so we want to make salt. Here we go. All right, so salt and that to make cheese. There we go. All right, so we've got cheese, and then I think the next step is mayo. I think that's an egg and a pot. Nope, boiled egg. Egg and a mixing bowl. Nope. Bakeware. No. All right, I guess we're looking it up. All right, so mayo. How do we get mayo? So an egg. Oh, and a juicer. I wouldn't have figured that a juicer would be the one that we would need for that. All right, so let's drop that off. Grab the juicer. So juicer and an egg to make mayo. All right, so we got mayo. So the only other thing left we have, the only other thing we have left, oh my gosh, apparently I can't speak today. So let's go ahead and pop these in here. We'll pop the traps in here. And then if we grab you and the cocoa beans, we'll get cocoa powder, and that should be the last thing for that one. And there we go. Look at us go. Now, if we have the, oh, and of course I put the saucepan up. If we have the saucepan and the apple, we get applesauce. So that should be another ding. There we go. So we got that. Oh, the edible honey. Now with this, we need to buy a bee. So let's buy a bee, and then we can make the apiary. And then we can get this thing started up. So it's going to be like, so planks on all of those, and then the item frames in the center. So that gives us the apiary. So I'm assuming that they need some kind of flowers. So let's go ahead and come over here and plop this down. I'm not 100% sure. I've never dealt with Pam's. So let's put the queen bee here. And then we'll see what kind of stuff we end up getting from it. Because I know we end up needing to get a honeycomb and a wax comb in order to complete that quest. So what else? Okay, so we've got, oh, we also need to create all the baits. Okay, so I'm not ready to do that. Okay, so that requires, yep, so it requires those. So that's going to take a little bit of time. So let's go ahead and do the presser and the grinder. And then I think that is going to do it for this episode. Trying to apparently put a little bit too much into a single episode, trying to get these quests done. But that was the presser, and then the grinder here. Okay, so that is a little bit more complicated in terms of needing the iron sword and the redstone repeater. But in case you guys missed it, it was 2 pistons and the iron on both sides for the presser. So with these are what we need in order to get some of the other ingredients and stuff. So let's go ahead and pop these down so I can show you guys the GUI on these. So basically you put your ingredient up here, and then it comes down here, and then same way with the presser. Now with the presser, I wanted to try, yep, there it goes. So, and I think this creates the tofu. Yes, silken tofu, and then we get grain bait out of it. Because tofu is, I think, the next, yeah. So silken tofu, firm tofu, and the firm tofu, you put the silken tofu in. Uses, if we put this in the pressing. Oh, and we'll get the soy milk from it. Okay, sweet. So that actually completes that one. So awesome. Grow soybeans, turn them into tofu, and use that instead of meat in most recipes, which is actually kind of cool. So we'll have to wait on the edible honey, and it's a trap, and then I'll do these ones off camera. See if we can't get a master chef done. In fact, let's go ahead, before I call it, let's go ahead and check out the apiary, see if we got anything. Nope. I'll have to double check to see if there's any, like, if they actually, with the flowers and stuff, if they need specific things, because I don't think the quest book said anything in here about it. Collect honey and wax combs from queen bees. So it looks like it's just something, that they end up creating over time. So just like with the mana, I'll just have to kind of, oh, and there we go. We got a honeycomb. Look at that. So now all we need to do is get the wax comb and we will be good to go. So I definitely hope that you guys are enjoying this walkthrough in terms of the quests and then a little bit of building that I kind of do on the side. If you guys do like it, definitely hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. It's definitely greatly appreciated. And then if you want to know when I put out additional content, definitely hit that notification bell. But for now, I'm going to call it, and I will see you guys in the next episode.